All right, what's going on, everyone? Chris the Chef Sports Cards here. We are doing 2024 Heritage third case break number 7. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Especially if you're new to the channel, welcome. Bit about us. We've been around for over 6 years now. We break mostly baseball. We ship all cards from every break, and we're very generous with the top loading. We ship as quickly as our little hands will move. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. eBay continues to run their sweepstakes. It's no purchase necessary there. You go to any of our eBay listings, look in the description. There's a link. Click on that and enter however it says. I've never done it, so I don't really know, but you can win some free cards. Might be worth a shot. And check out chefsportscards.com. We got one break left over there right now. We're kind of waiting for Bowman to come in a week or two. 23 Elite Extra. It's a random team break. I think there's only like 11 spots left. We're giving away, we're going to random all the DPL cards for free to all the spots, so everybody can win some DPL stuff there. And if you use 24 Heritage 10 as a coupon code, you get an additional 10% off your spot. So check out chefsportscards.com. Let's get that last break filled. I'd appreciate it. All right, let's go over the teams. Arizona, Chris W. Braves, Jeff H. Orioles, Joe R. Joe, what's up, buddy? Red Sox, William S. Cubs, Jason B. White Sox, Jack B. Reds, Zachary T. Guardians and Rockies, Chris W. Tigers, James H. Royals, Eric S. Astros, James D. Angels, Joe R. Dodgers, Kevin W. Brewers, John T. Twins, Doug M. Marlins, Roger G. Mets, David B. Yankees, Joe R. A's, Juan V. Phillies, David B. Pirates, Jack B. Cardinals, Doug M. Padres, Eric S. Giants, Glenn N. Mariners, Doug M. Rays and Rangers, Roger G. Blue Jays, Jack B. And the Nationals is Eric S. All right, let's open some cards. Good luck, everybody. Feels very rushed tonight for some reason. I don't know why. It's because things were so weird earlier with YouTube. Expos, Don DeMola. I love the buybacks. If you're not going to give us an autograph box topper, give us a buyback. Let's see, Don DeMola. Don's best pitch is a fastball, which smokes. To that, he added a slider, which has contributed to his success. Well, that's weird. He had a year there where he was not in organized ball. Wonder what Don was doing with himself there. Anyway, that goes to the Nationals for Eric. It's weird. I don't think I've ever seen that on a baseball card before. Not that I read the backs a lot, but to actually see not in organized ball in 72. Maybe old Donald had a problem. He needed some time off. Used to take a lot of greenies back then. You never know. Yeah, it's one thing if it says like he's injured or something, you know, but I don't think I've ever seen that before. All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. No, we're all sold out, my friend. Spencer Steer, Nick Gonzalez, and Robbie Grossman. Yeah, I can't wait either, Joe. I got to be honest. I actually even considered taking like a week or two off before Bowman came, but I'm not going to. trying to get some different stuff. Actually, we're going to do some 23 Bowman. We have some 23 Bowman coming in for next week for probably Saturday night, just as like a little tease for Bowman coming the following week. So I just picked up a few hobby boxes. Here in Paris, Indy Rodriguez. Check something real quick. De La Cruz rookie. Need to find a De La Cruz image variation. We haven't had one yet. Maybe we're due. Mitch Keller, low numbered. Or a Dominguez. Due for one of those too. I know Joe would like one of them. Josh Jones. Sylvia Romano. I'll have them for next weekend. I just ordered some today off of DealerNet, so we'll have them probably for next Saturday night. I also I'm trying to just mix things up a little bit. I got some 2023 stuff. There's a Trout New Age Performers for next week, just to do something different because we've been doing so much friggin' Heritage and Series 1 and everything. I have some 23 Elite Extra coming. I got some 23 Elite Extras, the new Elite Extra, the one that came out, a few weeks ago. Duran, low numbered. I got some 23 Bowman Platinum, 23 Bowman. I think I got some 23 Allen Ginter, just enough for like a break or two to get us to Bowman and to do something we haven't done in a little while. Adley, look at that for the Orioles. Nice Adley. Number 255 of 375. Nice one. For Joe. There you go, buddy. Yeah, I don't know Gleiber. We had a hot box Dominguez. That's the only thing I haven't pulled that wasn't base. I think that was out of the first case we did. This is like our fourth case we're into or something. Gleiber, white border for the Yanks. But yeah, that's the only thing I've seen too so far. So, and I don't know. I don't know if they're holding stuff back. I haven't seen much Dominguez non-base in anything. So we'll see. Corbin Carroll, New Age Performers. Yeah, well, Baltimore's pretty good. They can strike out every once in a while, man. They are good. Duvall, low numbered. And they got so much talent sitting down in AAA. My gosh, their AAA team could beat half the teams in Major League Baseball. It's really sickening. What? Runaway. Tanner Beebe. The Norfolk, what are they? The Norfolk Tides or something? Juan Pablo Martinez. The fall of Saigon, the Vietnam War ends. Shohei. Severino. Low number. Yeah. They didn't need him anyway. I think they're just pushing him too fast. That kid's going to be All right, sorry guys. I YouTube's been having some issues all night. Like a few times this has happened now. I apologize. I'm not really sure why. We'll wait a minute. I don't know where we were either. We didn't pull anything. It was just some base cards. We'll wait a minute. Make sure everyone can get back in. All right. It's been a very strange night with you two. I had set up all the breaks earlier in the day. I always do that, like schedule them. And when I went in tonight, they were all gone. And I don't know, having some issues over there. I think we were there. What's up, Robert? All right, looks like everyone's getting back in. This is where we were when we went down right here. It's all just base. We didn't have the last thing we hit was the Orioles, Adley, and the Gleiber, which you guys saw. Pick it up from here. Arenado, New Age Performers. Ay, ay, ay. YouTube's not being nice tonight. Keep an eye on him. Suzuki. Low number, Luis Garcia. That's the show and dice error card. Chano and JD Martinez white border for the Dodgers. Kerstedt rookie. Dodgers is Kevin. Yeah, man, the Phils are playing well. Dean Raphael, Acuna, New Age Performers. They've won, what, either the last 10 or something like that? They had a couple days there in Cincinnati. The one day they just flubbed it. The bullpen gave it up. A Rosarena, low numbered. Still looking for a hit out of this first box. Henry Davis rookie. For Oakland, Tyler Soderstrom rookie auto. For Juan, nice hit, man. He good. Soderstrom, he good. Oh, Castellanos finally hit one? Oh, wow. That's figures. The one time I'm not watching. He's been a nightmare. He's been the one nightmare on the whole team. That's his first extra base hit of the year. Is that home run. And they put him in the 4-hole like a week and a half ago to try and bump his confidence. You know what I mean? Like, because when he gets going, he's on. But my man, when he's cold, he's really brutal. McCovey pinch hit grand slam leads to victory. Andrew, what's up, buddy? Schwarber, Harper, Castellanos, and Marsh. Damn, should have played that parlay tonight. That'd have made you a few dollars. Harper just came back off of paternity leave yesterday for the last Cincinnati game. He hit a home run in that game too. Rocchio low numbered. Bounce off the top of the wall. That's his first extra base hit of the year, and he's hitting like 154 or something like that. Like he's one of those guys who, when he's on, man, he is incredible. But man, when he is cold, Oh, he is dreadful. He really is. It's amazing how bad he can be sometimes. McCovey, last year in the playoffs, I don't know if any of you remember, I mean, he hit like bomb after bomb after bomb in the playoffs, and then he went cold for the rest of the playoffs and didn't hit anything. I mean, I know that everyone's that way in baseball, streaky and stuff, but man, he is one or the other. Sorry, I shuffle him up to try and keep the hit from being right on top. Excuse me. Sorry, choking on my Mento. All right, box 2. Well, we started with an autograph, which makes me happy. Let's get some more. Bryson Stott. Come on up. Yeah, Tyler Soderstrom's good, especially when he gets to the Yankees. He'll be really good. Mike Trout, New Age Performers. I was at the game last week. I'll tell you what, Braden Shoemake from the White Sox, who the White Sox are dreadful. My gosh. They're like 3-25. I don't see how, with the talent they actually have, that they could be that bad. Sandoval low numbered. Jimenez hit a home run in that game, the game I went to last weekend. And I know he hit another one the next day, but Braden Shoemake's made a couple of the most awesome defensive plays I've ever seen. He made an over-the-shoulder catch, full sprint in it was amazing. But that team it's scary to be that bad. Francisco Mejia. I was talking, my wife and I were talking about, we're like, they're going to lose 140 games at the rate they're going. Like, that's the pace they're on. What's the most amount of losses in a season? Like 115 or something like that? Like, they're going to shatter that record. Roger for the Rays. I know. And again, if you look at them on paper, I mean, don't get me wrong, they get some young guys and stuff. They should not be that bad. I'm not saying they'd be a contender, but they should be squeaking out a few wins here and there. I mean, they're on pace to have a historically bad year at this rate. It is crazy. For the Nationals, Jose Ferreira, rookie, white border. Oh, they did win today. I think that's their 4th win, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're like 4-24 or something like that. Good for them. I was happy to see Eloy get a home run. Like, that dude has a ton of talent. He is always hurt. And then, like I said, I happened to see the next day he hit one the next day too. So, De La Cruz rookie, maybe he's getting a little better. But Braden Shoemaker, keep an eye on him, man. That dude, I mean, he was with Atlanta. He was a pretty high prospect. I don't remember why or how he got to the White Sox. I know it was this past year. There was a trade. I just don't remember what it was. Man, he made a couple of defensive plays that I was like, oh my God, that kid can play. 4-22. So extrapolate that out for the rest of the season. I mean, that's 26 games. Call it 25. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. That means they would have like 20 wins or 22 wins on the whole season, which would make them what, like 140-22 or something like that. It's insane. Doval. Who'd they play today, Robert? That they actually lost. Because, I mean, if you lose to the White Sox, you got to be, embarrassed at this point. Oh, you're the guys who lost them? And for any White Sox fans out there, please understand, I am not saying this to rub it in. I think they should be better than they are. I just, God, it's got to be frustrating to play on a team that's playing that bad. Oh, they beat the Rays. Well, good for them. Frelick rookie. Class. Arenado low numbered. Kepler. Yeah, no, the A's are doing all right. 62 and 100. Yeah, I don't. Well, here's hoping for them, for their sake. I don't want anyone to lose that many games. That's just embarrassing. Evan Carter rookie. Aaron Judge new age. What's the record for the most losses in a season? Isn't it like Seattle or someone like that with like 115 or 119, or is that the most wins? Maybe I might be switching that in my head. Raphael rookie. Corey Julks, low numbered. That might be the most wins in a season. I can't even remember. Josh Lowe clubhouse collection for the Rays. For Roger. $62 Mets with 120. Wilson. Corbin Carroll new age. Uribe rookie. Freddie Freeman short print. Oh wow, they were 41-20. That's when they played 56 games. Jeez, that's rough. But right now, the White Sox are on track to break that. Well, they're young. Maybe they'll get hot later in the year. You never know. It's a long, long season. We all know that. We've all seen our teams fall apart more than once in our lives, or get better for that. All Saigon. Luis Patino, low numbered. Yeah, they're not. You're right. They're not far off. I think they do only have like 6 wins, which is a shame because I mean, they were turning around last year. I mean, they were in the playoffs. They looked like they were doing something. Dominguez rookie, but I don't know. Again, a lot of young guys on those teams, so it's tough. You know, it can be tough to get back to it, I guess. I don't. When you play 162 games, you would think there's an amount of osmosis that would, you know, there's that saying, what is it? Every team's going to win 54, every team's going to lose 54. It's what you do with the other 54 that counts. I don't think either one of those teams are going to win 54. Steer. Get back here. Palmer Valdez. I know it's early in the season. Dolis Garcia still. I mean, we're what, 30 games into the season approximately? Does anybody think that, or is anybody surprised at where the Dodgers are at this point? I mean, for the Royals, Black Border Seth Lugo to 50 copies. For Eric. I mean, with all the money they spent and the way they talked and Otani and this and that, whatever. I mean, I think they're what, like 16 and 12 or something like that. I mean, they're winning, but they're not exactly, blowing the top off the MLB. I also am a firm believer that the Dodgers will choke, as they usually do. So until they can prove to me that they can actually win, they just kind of have a tendency to choke at the wrong times. But I don't know. Maybe it's because of this gambling thing with Otani, bit of a cloud, and it is the beginning of the year. Guys have to get going. But I mean, for at the beginning there, Mookie was playing like out of his mind. He's still playing well. But I don't know. The way everyone was talking, I was kind of expecting them to, be 30-3 or something. Nathaniel Lowe numbered 17-11. Yeah. I think the Phillies are about the same. The Phillies are what, 16-10, I think. The Padres are 14-14 in second place, right out there, only a couple games behind them. Speaking of the Padres, Chris Cannizzaro on the buyback. Some rough corners on that buyback. Let's see about Chris here. Nothing special. I like it when they put the little facts on the bottom. Christopher John Cannizzaro. There you go. For Eric. I saw this great video when they signed Otani. It was on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok or one of them. I don't know. And it was from like a Japanese movie. And this guy was like screaming at everyone in Japanese. And on the bottom it said, "This is Otani in the playoffs next year when they lose." Like, you had to see it. It was so funny. I don't know why the Dodgers have such a tough time in the playoffs. Like, whenever the Phillies play them, I've never even like sweat it. Ezekiel Tovar, white border. I mean, I know they won the COVID year, but that doesn't really count. Like, I don't know. I mean, they won. I'll give them that. But what was it, 60 game season or whatever it was? But they got to prove to me that they can actually play a whole season and win a World Series. Viking program NASA launches Viking 1 towards Mars. Bryce Miller. Yeah, Padres are 3 out, right? Yeah. They're hanging in there. How's everyone else in the West? Is Arizona playing any good? I haven't paid attention to them at all. This dude, Dalton Varsho, man, he's playing good for the Blue Jays. He's playing really well. I always did like him when he was with Arizona. I mean, he's not. I guess he's not catching anymore. He must be playing the outfield, but I know he's hitting well. Novelli Marte, rookie. Severino, low number. It's only 4 out. 12 and 14. Rockies are in the bottom, I would assume, as usual. Tovar's playing well for the Rockies. I know that. Holden Jones, I think, got hurt, right? He go out a couple days ago or something. Hurt his back or something. They got some young guys there. If they could get it together, especially playing in that bandbox of a ballpark they have there. Cubby pinch hit grand slam leads to victory. Alec Baum, he's the one for the Phillies, has been killing it. He's hitting like a monster, that kid. Carroll's struggling, is he? Yeah. Sophomore year is always tough one, guys. You know, pitchers figure them out a little bit. They got to figure themselves out. I mean, it happens all the time. Jose Tena, a rookie for the Guardians, 737 of 999. Like that's, I mean, sophomore season for hitters is always it's if they can by the middle of their sophomore season start to get it back, you know. Sometimes they get guys they figure them out, you know. And usually he's a good player. He's gonna be fine. But I think by like when they get a book on him, Johan Duran, low numbered. They get a bit of a book on him, know what he chases, whatever, so they can go at him a little harder. He'll have to adjust his swing a little bit, and a couple months from now, he'll be fine. I'm seeing the Giants next weekend. Giants are in town here. It's actually a night game. It's next Sunday. So we're not going to have breaks next Sunday because they moved it to the night, the national game, Phillies Giants, and it's the Phillies are out of town, so it's their Mother's Day night that night. So I have to go because my wife wants her bucket hat. Man, they're stingy, I'll tell you. I went to the game last week and they were doing, I'm sure everyone tries to do the same thing. They were doing, it was the Fanatic birthday, right? This was the White Sox game I was at. And they were giving away these Fanatics mittens to kids. And my wife wanted a pair of them. So I did everything to try and talk these people out of a pair of them. You would think they were gold the way they're holding on to them. I was even like, look, I'll give you $20. Just give me a pair. My wife wants one. They're like, no. That was like, my kid's at home. And I technically have a kid at home. He lives in Tennessee. He's in college, but like, and nope, man, they were guarding those things like they were gold. And all right, my wife's like, I really want one. I was like, yeah, well, I tried. I don't know what you want me to do. Go down to the pro shop and buy a pair. Mitch Keller. And it's so funny when you go to games like that where, I mean, Sunday games, there's always a lot of kids at the Sunday game, but like something like that Fanatics birthday, there are kids everywhere. And my wife and I were talking about this when we were at the game. Samad Taylor and Lou Bob on the white border for the White Sox. For Jack. If you look around, all the parents have the same look on their face. The men are just like completely ignoring what's going on, watching the game, drinking a beer, doing whatever. And the mothers are just like, don't touch that. Put that down. Do this. Do that. And they look like they're ready to kill the husband because they dragged their 2 or 3, kids under the age of 8 to the game. And the husband just like in La La Land. It's so funny to watch. There was this couple sitting next to us, and they had their 2 kids there, and one was like 4, and the other one was 6.5, and they were really cute kids. But the mom looked like she was ready to go home by the 3rd inning. It's like, I had enough. Philly short print. Yeah, they were cool. The mittens were cool. You want to hear something funny about the Yankees? My neighbor was going to the Yankees game on the 8th, which was the day of the eclipse. And I guess they were supposed to have like a 2:05 start or something. Like it was like a weird start time. I don't know why. And then he said like 3 days before the game, he got an email saying that the game was being moved to like 5:35 or something because of the eclipse. And I was like, did the Yankees really not know that there was an eclipse until like 3 days before the game? Like somebody in the office was like, we have this game at 2 o'clock and it's going to be pitch black outside. So he ended up going, and he said it was kind of weird, like eerie up there, kind of not a lot of people in the stadium. And well, maybe I guess you picked a good day to go, but he was even saying that to me. He's like, do you really think that the Yankees didn't realize Garcia short print that there was this major eclipse going on that day until like the last minute? Brian Wu autograph for the Mariners. For Doug. Here you go, buddy. Yeah, it was at 2:05, right? Which is a weird time anyway for an MLB game to start. That's like I don't know if it is, or if anyone has been following the Reds, or if anybody is a Reds fan. Do all Reds games start at 6:20? Because like the Phillies just played them, and every day the game started at like 6:20 or 6:40. It was again a strange time. Like usually the games here, night games are 7:05 or 7:35 all the time. And all week when they were playing the Reds, well, three of the games, one of them was a day game, but three of them I was like, came in a half hour late every time because it was like, oh, the game started at, 6 whatever. Oh, they were going to give out eclipse glasses. Oh, okay. Is that why they were doing a 2:05 start? All right. Yeah, when my neighbor said something about it, I was like, I've never heard of a 2:05 start for a baseball game. That's weird. There we go. For the Mariners, a J Rod image variation. It's about time. That's a good one. Doug. There you go, buddy. Nice hit. If I could just get it in the. Yeah, I know. He said they got some kind of shirt or something, like an Eclipse shirt or something like that. Or he was going to. I don't know. He mentioned something to me. Nice J Rod for the Mariners. There you go, my friend. And Rocio, low number. It was strange because it was the first time. My neighbor's a big baseball fan, Jaron Duran loaner, but he had never been to the new Yankee Stadium. And he's like, honestly, when I bought the tickets months ago, I had no idea about the eclipse. So he's like, I was just excited to go see the new Yankee Stadium, and then he just happened to be the same day. Oskin Steer, Martin Soler. It would have been kind of cool at the stadium, and it starts getting dark. You're checking out the. Did anybody get a really good look at the eclipse? I was here, and I went outside, and it was about halfway, and then clouds rolled in, and you couldn't see. I mean, we weren't in the path of whatever you called it, full eclipseness. I forget what that's called. We're not in that path anyway, so it was never going to be fully eclipsed. But I did see about it. It was kind of cool. Rod Carew. I don't think I've ever actually taken the time to stop. I mean, and like look at an eclipse like that. And like I said, it got about halfway, and then clouds rolled in. You couldn't see anything. So, but people were on TV were crying and having spiritual, like they were really taking it to heart. I was like, wow, this is really affecting some people out there. All right, box 4. Good luck. We got Series 2 jumbo case coming up next. Earl Weaver. I'm telling you, all the managers in the 70s just looked the same. They're all fat guys with gray hair. Except for, what's his name? Sparky. He was skinny as a rail. He's the only one who couldn't get to the fridge while the rest of them were there. But he had the hair. Path of total, yeah, Path of Totality or whatever it was. Rowdy Tellez. Like I had it on. I was sorting cards when it was going on, and I put on because ABC had like their world news thing, and they were showing people like all the way from Mexico up through Maine, and I mean it was cool the coverage. I mean if you didn't get to see it, it was cool what they did, but people were really like taken back by that. Soroka for the White Sox, which is cool. I don't know. Maybe if I was in like a place where it was like that, I would, maybe it would be a little more. People were getting married. They were doing all kinds of craziness. Michael Soroka for the White Sox for Jack. Well, it was like 2 days before that when we had that earthquake here, so the whole thing was a little freaky, if you ask me. Stanton, New Age. There's Corbin. Another white border. Blake Rutherford, rookie, white border for the Nationals. For Eric. Yeah. No, it was cool. I showed you guys. I was at like 7-Eleven. They had glasses for like $2. I was like, oh, I might as well buy a pair. Those things worked great. I was like, eh. I don't really understand. I mean, again, I'm sure I don't really understand the whole you can't look directly at it. I guess, look, I mean, nobody's supposed to look at the sun. It's not good for your eyes, but I don't know exactly what it does that I saw this thing on, I guess it was on there on ABC. Like doctors were trying to explain it, and they were like, "You don't understand. Like you can lose your eyesight." I'm like, well, "Okay, I won't look." That's all you got to tell me. You go blind. All right, I don't need to see it that bad. It sounds like one of those things like your mom tells you when you're a kid. You know, don't look directly at it; you'll go blind. Freddie Peralta, low number. You know, you can't go back in the pool for at least a half hour. Junior Caminero rookie. Yeah, that was kind of the interesting part of it when they were getting into it. Like, it's not that they're that rare; it's just they're rare to be over land like that. Like you said, usually they're over the ocean. So it's not like it only happens once every 75 years. It's where people can actually see it. You know, it was cool. Senga, low numbered. And George Springer for the Blue Jays. Number 299 of 375 for Jack. And Tuki Toussaint. He must have gone in the Shoemate deal to the White Sox. He's from it wasn't even from the Braves, too. How'd all these Braves guys end up on the White Sox? I'll look that up. Lika Williams. There's the Jaws card. Everyone loves the Jaws card. Dean Kremer, low numbered. Dibs. You want a Jaws card, John? I got a few of them here. I'll send you one. I've been trying to fulfill everyone's requests when I can. Tyler Stevenson, low numbered. Jaws was considered the first ever summer blockbuster. De La Cruz, rookie. There's Sparky. See, gray hair, but he was skinny. Yuri Perez and Soriano. Max Scherzer and Willie Adames. Oh, John, I was going through some cards. I found one for you. I'll send it to you this week. Yelich, like one of the rookie cups, like blue. I'll put it in your thing this week. Jordan Lawler, rookie. Came across and was like, oh, I know somebody who'll like this card. Tristan Cassis clubhouse collection for Boston. For William. Tatis New Age. You got it, buddy. Bobby Witt. Gary Sanchez. And Gary Sanchez on the Padres now. What a bust he's been. But he's hung around. He's getting paid. So. World Series and Correa. All right, last couple packs. Josh Naylor. One class. 2,500 career hit. Lou Brock. Oh, he's on the Brewers now? Really? Jeez. Minguez rookie. He always had defensive problems, right? Wasn't that his big thing? Like he wasn't very good defensively when he was with the Yankees. Jordan Hicks, low number, and Lance Lynn. Like that was, I mean, not that he was. I don't know that he was ever a huge hitter either. But I think I was heard he had his issues were more defensive than anything, which I guess as a catcher is pretty bad. The one thing you don't want to have problems is his defense as a catcher. All right. I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. As always, I couldn't do this without you, and I do truly appreciate it. If you're not in any of our other breaks tonight, please stay safe, stay healthy out there. We will be here tomorrow and Sunday, so you want to come and, well, more Heritage tomorrow night. If you want to come and check us out or hang out with us, we'd love to have you. So bear with me for just a sec, put a quick hit recap together, and we'll get out of here. He was on for a little bit last year. Yeah. Yeah, I think I know that's what I heard. I actually have I have a rookie Sterling, Topps Chrome Sterling or Sapphire, I'm sorry. Topps Chrome Sapphire rookie PSA 10 of his. That's just like a shame because it's worth nothing. It's just I was even thinking about giving it away and I was like, nobody's going to want this. All right, hit recap. 422 for Heritage, third case break at number 7. Couple box toppers, McCovey and Rod Carew. Some rookies. We did have Dominguez, De La Cruz. There's the show and dice error card. Dominguez, De La Cruz, De La Cruz. Buybacks. Chris Canizario and Don DeMola. White bordered short prints. Jose Ferreira, Ezekiel Tovar, Lou Bob, Blake Rutherford rookie, Soroka, Francisco Mejia, JD Martinez, and Gleiber. These are all our short print, low numbered short prints. We'll go through and pull out any rookies or good guys in there. Numbered parallels, Jose Tena rookie for the Guardians to $9.99. George Springer for Toronto to $3.75. Adley to $3.75. Black bordered Seth Lugo for the Royals, 50 copies. Image variation, Julio Rodriguez for the Mariners. Josh Lowe and Tristan Cassis Clubhouse collection materials and autographs of Tyler Soderstrom and Brian Wu for the Mariners. And that will do it. All right, folks, again, thanks so much for joining me. I do truly appreciate it. We'll be back in 5 with Series 2. Have a great night. Take care. Bye.